Okay.
I can see it, sir.
Okay. Okay. So with no further ado, let's proceed. So what we are doing today is objection handling. The inspections you've taken clients to, what are the challenges you faced?
I've not had any. Okay, except from one. Let me say he was just skeptical about buying because he has been scammed before.
Scammed. What did you
So
buy that is scammed? Do you invest in land or house?
he bought land and started building. And
You
then when
started
he got
building
to, yes, that was in 2003, he started building.
2003.
Yes, he's an elderly client.
Okay.
Okay, so when he bought the land and then they did all the necessary thing according to what they knew. So no, he bought it from family, not a company. So
Is it
they
in Lagos?
signed all the yes, in Lagos, Ikorodu.
Okay.
And then when he got to window level, second window level, and then some people came to the site and chased these workers away that they should never come there again. That if they come there, they are going to attack them. Like they came and chased them with merchants and all of that. So he was thinking maybe it's normal, money like now just collect all those things.
Yeah, sure.
So he went there. When he got there, they were telling him that the family that sold this for him are not the owner. Like it's not like they're not the owner. It's not all of that. Some people are not aware. Some people are aware. So it's just some set of people that sold it and they did not agree. Okay, so it wasn't like okay, what's the solution? That okay, what's the rest of the people requesting that he can pay them and buy so that
And continue his
the
work.
land will still remain for him. Yes, they were like, no, they don't want that. They want all their land. Blah blah blah. And they did the matter, fought and back, went to court. I don't think he said he went to court, but it was not successful. He lost the land. He lost the land. So that's why. So he said that was why when we went for inspection that time, so he did not really buy. Actually, he it was later he confessed this to me. That's about like maybe that was this year January. Let's say we went last year, let's say around September, October
Last
for
year.
the inspection. Yes, it was this January, I think New Year Day or second day of New Year, that when we spoke again, he told me that this is the reason why he has been skeptical. Actually, he has been careful because even before the one he saw online I wanted to buy, that he brought my attention to it, was with another company, not with me. So he told me that, do I know these people? I said I don't know them. It was not like, okay, can I do my search on them and all that? I said, okay, no problem. I can help you contact them, book inspection and all of that. So I did all of that for him. And then I made sure that the CEO too is available and both the estate layout, so everything. I made sure that every information was ready. I spoke to him, and when we got on site, I told the CEO to also speak to him, told him about everything. So it turned out that that estate, they were just selling the land. They are not doing anything. They will not do the road for them, just bring in electricity. So they'll just
He was having
give
those
you
kind of objections.
no, like I'm trying to explain to you what made him not to buy the property now. The another property that he saw, that he
Okay.
called my attention to it to help him check the property if it was okay to buy into. Do you understand, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So when he showed me the property that he wanted to buy again, that was last year. I told him I don't know the company. It was not like I should help him check out the company if they are okay, if it is legit and all of that. So we did that, and then I was able to book inspection with the company, make sure the studio is available and other necessary information and all of that. So when we got to site, with a lot of questions. because me, I wanted to. The land was selling at a very cheap price, so I had questions of, okay, the amenities that will be in estates, how are they going to go about it? Will there be extra fees, or what's the plan? So the CEO told us that there's actually no plan for any amenities like doing the earth road of the estates. They are not doing it.
They are
They will
just doing
just
they are just selling the land.
Yes, they're just selling the land, and then what they'll just try and help them to do is just electricity. So he now said that whatever thing again they want to do is going to be among the landowners inside the estate to contribute money together to
Okay.
do anything. So it already shows that there will not be orderliness, because I know some estates in Ikorodu that are like that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just there. You see one, no drainage. Drainage is from one point to another point. Gutter water is not flowing. Everything, those things. So I told him that I will not say that it is a bad investment. If you are okay with it and you can do with it, then you can buy into it. But if you are not, then I have another offer which I showed him, but he was not able to come due to he's a lecturer, so he was not able to come because
Oh,
of
your own.
classes, meetings. Yeah, he's a lecturer in Unilag.
Oh, oh.
So all of those things, and so later on, I tried reaching out to him that okay, what about what you want to buy? Are you not interested again? But like he's still very much interested though. That he's just taking his time. That was when he now confessed that um the incident that happened to him in 2023 and
Still hurting.
in 2003, rather 2003, that happened to him. So that was when I realized that okay, I see, blah 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 blah. But he said that I should just keep in touch with him that we buy because he's getting old and he needs a place to like stay.
All
He
his
said
own.
he's building one in Abuja. Yeah, he has a family. Like he's tired of paying rent.
Definitely.
So he has he's building his house according to him in Abuja, but he said that he wants something in Lagos as well too. He wants something in Lagos as well too. So it's a work in progress though.
Yeah.
We are still in communication. We are still in
Okay.
communication. In
Okay.
fact, he still calls me to greet me, chats me up and all of that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Objections happens in sales. There is no how you want to do sales that you not do objections. Any serious client will have questions to ask you, no matter how good the property you're presenting to them is. Some of them have their hand burnt, like this client of yours you're talking about. He has gotten his hand burnt once. When you've started building and you build to the level of window level, you know what it takes to do foundation, you do the German floor, and you're setting the blocks. And
Yeah.
eventually the Amanila come and chase you out of the land. Wasted time, wasted energy and resources, everything. The trauma will live with the person forever. 2003
Yes, sir.
till this year, the person came to you. Last year, the person came. That is been 22 years. He hasn't gotten over it. 22 years is a lot. So as you can see, you see my background is kind of funny. I'm in camp. As I speak to you, I'm in Badagry. I'm in Islamic camp at Badagry for the last 10 days of Ramadan.
Oh,
In the mosque, they started doing lecture. So there is noise. I had to just find somewhere
okay.
to so we can
Okay, sir.
do our class. So thank you, Kofu, for that input. So we'll move on. Understand objection handling and closing. You need to understand why buyers raise objections. Because buyers will always raise objections. They are not sure. They want to be sure. This thing you are selling for me, is it not like the one have like the experience you had with your client? Is it not like those one that I've seen my brother, my sister-in-law, the one that did this and that?
Mm,
So they will have questions.
yes, sir.
If it doesn't happen to them directly, they have one or two persons that it has um it has happened to. So they will be skeptical about moving forward with any land transaction. So objection doesn't mean the buyer is not interested. It just means that they wanted to be sure. Most obligation means that buyer still has concerns. There are concerns and unanswered question. That is why there is always objection. So let's move in proper to the class. This is just the title. Can you hear me now? Hello, Kofo.
Hello, sir.
You can hear me now, right?
Yes, I can.
You can see my screen too.
No, I think it's just your profile picture. Yes.
Okay, let me share. I'm sharing my screen. You should be able to see my screen.
And the recording has stopped too.
Okay. The recording has resumed, right?
No, I've not heard it. It's supposed to say rec progress.
It's okay.
That started,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you. So so what objection means is objection doesn't mean that the client is not interested. So like you have given us a case study to use in this class that we are taking now. Objection doesn't mean that your client is not interested. Most time, what an objection is does not mean that the buyer is not interested. Most objection mean that the buyer has concerns. The buyer want answers to things they don't know. When the buyers raise objection, it usually means that they are interested. Whenever you take anybody to site and they started asking you a question, know that that is a signal of interest. Anybody that is asking question about something is just like you. A typical you. When you are being inquisitive about something, it means that thing piques your interest and you want to know about that thing. The same thing is applicable to a buyer. When you take a buyer to site and you get to site, they started asking you some question. The question they're asking doesn't mean that they are not ready to buy or they are not interested. It's just that that is a sign that they are interested. Secondly, why they ask question, they are evaluating the risk of the possible risk that the property will bring. Like in your case, the estate manager told them, or the CEO of the company told them that they are not going to do road network, they are not going to do drainage system, and the client is
Yeah.
looking at the risk of going into a community that is not well planned. So those are one of the reasons that bring questions again. I want to look at the risk associated with this thing I'm getting. Will it be really worth it? Will in the long run, will this thing give me the satisfaction I wanted? Will the value align with the values that I see that I want? So those are the things that bring objection. At times they need more clarity. They want to know more. Okay, this is what is coming up here. Why is this one here? X, Y, Z. They want to know more. They need more clarity. They want to be clear. Because if you want to do something, it's not good to do anything in confusion. Most especially if you're going for a high ticket product, because real estate is a high ticket product. The least amount of real estate you see, I don't know where, is like 500,000, but maybe when you go far in Ocean. But in this Lagos, Nigeria, it is in the millions. So when you want to make a buying decision for something that is priced in millions, you should know that it will take time. You don't do that kind of decision in confusion. If you are confused when you're taking that kind of decision, it will be a problem. It will be a problem. So those are the reasons that buyers will always have objection. You see, buyers, I tell you, uh, what is it called? The price is high. I need to think about it. It is still an engagement. They are still telling you that we are not clear. Do you understand? If a buyer tells you the price is high, or I want to think about it, there is still something not clear. Because when something is clear, you don't need to think about it. When I ask a question of, do you understand? And you tell me, yes, I do understand, it means that you have absolute clarity about the thing that you want to invest or about that situation you want to put yourself in. So if a buyer is telling you, I want to think about it, there's something not clear. So you can always help the situation as a realtor. For instance, a buyer tell you the price is too expensive. Many inexperienced realtor will be like, eh, too expensive. As well, what is this thing? May as well panic and start defending the property. They will start defending emotionally that it's not too expensive, so it's not too expensive. But in the right senses, in the buying senses, in the sales world, if you cannot hear me at any time, please let me know. But in the buying senses and in the sales world, what the buyer is telling you when the buyer said the price is too expensive is help me understand that this land, what the value, this house what's the value of the money I'm paying. For instance, we all know iPhone. iPhone is a global product that has a world standard. When somebody is bringing an iPhone 15 to you and you checked it, you know how to check the warranty. It is nice, it's not refurbished. You know how to check the camera. The camera is standard. It has a maybe 521. We have 256. We have 500 MB in storage system. It has cloud. The cloud is paid and is looking nice. And somebody come to you that they want to sell that kind of iPhone for you, and you know the worth in market is a million plus, and somebody to come to you and they are saying this thing for 300K. You know that the value of what you're getting is much more than the money you are paying. So the same thing is peculiar to the client. When a client is telling you the price is too much, they are telling you indirectly, they are not saying they are not buying. They are telling you that the price I'm paying doesn't worth the value of what I'm getting. So that is what they want to understand. And it is your job as a realtor to make them understand that what you're getting is much more in value than what you're paying. Because if I sense that the money I want to give you, if I sense that the money I want to give you is not worth what you want to sell for me, of course I'll be skeptical. Sorry, Olukunle, well, I'll mute myself here. So it means that the value of what you are giving me is not up to the value of the money. It's not up to the money I'm giving you. So I will complain that the price is too much. Do you understand? So key objection are not the end of conversation. They are just the beginning. Objection is not the end. They're just the beginning that, okay, where is the next stop? Because when the buyer start asking questions, it means that, okay, they are serious. They want to be sure of what they are putting their money. They want to be sure of the value that they are getting in return. So let's move to the next. I think I've been able to you understand. You know what an objection means now. If you understand what I just explained by an objection, please you can unmute your mic and let's talk about it. What do you understand by objection now? Hello, at Clement Ekpeyong. Sorry if my pronunciation is not too good. Yeah. At Clement Ekpeyong, can you tell us what you understand by the term objection? At Mr. Clement Ekpeyong, are you there? Okay, Mr. Clement is not here. Mr. Olukunle Durojai, can you tell us what you understand by the word objection? What you understand, will now understand by objection based on my explanation.
Unfortunately, I'm just joining in, but I think except I will read the slide, I can understand it by the slide. But I'm just joining in now.
Okay, sir. I would recap what I've said about objection. I said objection.
Okay, God bless you.
Amen. Objection. When a buyer raises an objection, it usually means that they are interested. Because when you take a client to a property and they ask you a question that why is this staircase like this? It means the other places I didn't talk about, they are good, but this stairs is not giving me what I wanted. So when you see a buyer start asking questions, it means they are interested. They're interested in what they are buying. And when they ask the question, why is the staircase like this? Again, they are evaluating the risk of what they are trying to put their body. When the staircase is not looking like what they wanted, they are looking at the future risk this might possess. Like it can damage and it will be a problem to them or their family members. So they are looking at everything critically and asking questions. They want to be clear. Maybe the staircase is damaged. Yes, the staircase is damaged because the iron here, but we are trying to mitigate the risk now. Our engineer is coming tomorrow. By the time we get here next tomorrow, the iron there will be fixed and the plastering will be done for the staircase and it will be nice. So when a buyer is raising objection, it doesn't mean that they are not interested. A buyer who is not interested in what you're selling will simply disappear when you just get there. Have you been to the market and you want to buy something and they are showing you where buy? I will take. Look at it. It's nice. So you will not even ask questions. You can just take the stuff they are showing you, you just look at it like this. You will not see anything because it doesn't interest you. You just leave it and go. And if the buyer keeps talking and talking, you've made your decision. So the same thing is peculiar to buyers who are not interested in the property that you're selling. If they are not interested, they will not say anything. You just see them, they will just go. And some of them too, those that have been buying property over and over and over and over again, when they get to a property and they are overly excited about the property or the environment, they would not show you their excitement because they don't want you to understand how they are feeling. But if you understand how they are feeling, you can use the feeling they are feeling at that time to penetrate them and make them close the sale. And when somebody is happy, decision that you make where you are happy, they're always very, most of the time, we make decision with impulse when we are feeling happy or we are feeling overjoyed. Do you understand? So the same thing is peculiar to a buyer. When a buyer asks question, which is an objection, they need clarity. They want to know more. They want to understand more about what you're giving them. And most of the time, when a buyer says the price of the property is too expensive, what they are telling you is, help me understand why this property is worth this price. Because in most realtors that doesn't have experience, when a client tells them it's too expensive, they start panicking. You don't need to panic. What the client is telling you indirectly is, I don't understand why does this land you're giving me, does this house you are giving me, does it worth my money? What is the value proposition of what you're giving me versus the money I'm paying? So they want to understand. That is the more reason that you need to know how to handle objection, which is very important. When a client asks you a question, you need to understand the question professionally before you could able to answer the question. Because at times, the psychology behind the question they are asking, it is not directly proportional to the way they ask the question. When the client is telling you the property is too expensive, if you are not somebody that is knowledgeable, that has knowledge about how sales work, or woman psychology about sales, or buying psychology of a client, you panic. Because what they are trying to tell you there is, it is expensive. It does not worth the money I'm giving you. So it is now left to you to now interpret what they are saying in the way it's supposed to be interpreted. When you now get that interpretation very well, you know how to tackle it. Do you understand now? When the interpretation is gotten very well, then you will know how to tackle it. Okay, this is what he's saying. Now you know how to answer the question correctly. You get now. So, for instance, when you take a buyer to a property and they tell you, let me think about it. When they tell you, let me think about it, it usually means three things. When a buyer tells you, I want to think about it, there are three things involved. Thinking about it, okay, you might think the normal way, if you want to give the meaning of what the client said, the normal way, it means, okay, you want to think about, at least when you want to take a buying decision, at least you think about it now, because you are buying an high ticket product. It looks like that. But what the client is saying majorly is, they are unsure of what they are buying. I'm not clear. You need to very I'm not clear. Could you hear me? What are you selling to me? Because what you are not clear about, you definitely want to think about. Secondly, they want to discuss with someone, maybe someone that they think is more eligible. There are some clients that there's nothing you give them, they will not buy until their lawyer tell them to do so. Some people might want to discuss with their family member. Some people might want to discuss with a surveyor. Some people might want to discuss with their spouse. There are people like that. There are different buyers with different kind of thinking about it. When a buyer tell you, I want to think about, some people it is their lawyer, some people it is their wife because they are living there together. Some people it is one of their relatives who has bought something like that before. So what you need to do as a realtor is for you to help them resolve that uncertainty within their mind. When they say they want to think about it, they want to think about it. When we get to that slide, I will explain more on it. You're thinking about it. What exactly do you want to think about? I understand you, sir. What exactly do you like to think about so I can provide more clarity? So you always be there to guide them. They are not clear. That is why they are thinking about you. You are always there to resolve their uncertainty. That is why you are there as their realtor. It is very important. Objection are not the end of discussion. Whenever I tell you and they tell you, they give you an objection, whatever the objection might be, it is not the end. It is a beginning of a deeper conversation. Do you understand? But you go, we all have phones. For instance, you go to a phone store. You go to a phone store now, they gave you a phone. They tell you this is a Samsung Fold 7 that has a GP8 whatever camera. They are telling you their jargons. You know, every industry have their jargons. The doctors, they have their jargons. The lawyer have their jargons. Every industry have their jargons. They are now telling you it has a chip of 18 whatever I tell. It is a 236 megabyte. It's submersible in water. They are telling you all those jargons. When you are not clear, you'll be like, okay, all this thing you are saying, talk to me in plain English. What can it do? Then when you ask that question, if the salesperson is very knowledgeable, now they will understand that, okay, you asking this question doesn't mean you don't like the phone, but you are not sure. Yes, the phone is fine. You know, it is Samsung. It is a top-notch brand. They do quality stuff. But when you ask that question, you ask the attendee, the seller that is selling you the phone, that kind of question. They shouldn't start feeling that this is Samsung now. Sir, can't you see it? It is Samsung phone, or it's a world brand phone. You will not buy it because they are not able to answer your question. But the moment that you ask that question, if the salesperson is a very good salesperson, you understand that the person will understand that, okay, you are not clear. You need proper understanding of what he or she is trying to sell to you. So then you go on a deeper level. Then he will tell you that when I say it has a chip of the latest chip, what the chip will do is it will make your phone faster. For instance, maybe you are somebody that has opened a lot of apps on your phone. By the time you can open up to 10, 15, 20, 30 apps on your phone and there will be no sign of fatigue. You know, you are now going into more deeper conversation on the phone. By the time they are now taking you into that level and explaining to you in total, now you know it's a good brand, it is Samsung. You know they have quality product. Now you understand deeper. Then that will clear all of your doubts. Then you'll be able to proceed. If you have the money, you'll be able to proceed and buy the gadget from them. Hope you're hearing me. If you're not hearing me, please let me know, please. If you can't hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, please let me know. So I know that I'm
We can hear you clearly, sir.
We can hear you clearly.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kofo. So that is exactly what the same thing the phone vendor is doing. The same thing is applicable to you as the router when you take a client to the site. So you need to give them, when they ask questions, you give them a proper knowledge, you give them a proper education so that they will understand. So objection doesn't mean they are not buying. It just means that they want to be sure. So let's move to the next slide. The most common real estate objection. Most real estate objection fall into 4 categories. Number 1, price objection. This happens all the time. For those who have closed deals in real estate, there's no how you wouldn't have come across this price that it's too expensive. Price. Buyer says the price is too much. What the buyer is telling you, I've explained this earlier, that the buyer is saying, what I mean, I'm not convinced if the value matches the price. I'm not convinced if what you are selling to me, this land you are giving me, is it directly proportional to the money I'm paying? Does the value align? Because it needs to align. When I felt that this money I'm paying, what I'm getting in return is not up to the value of the money I'm paying. Of course, we are humans. I would be defensive. I'll be I'll be defensive. Sorry, excuse me. I'll be defensive about going ahead with the deal. I would not want to go ahead with it. Most real estate objection fall into this 4th category, price objection. Buyer will tell you the price is too much. And when they tell you the price is too much, I think I hinted something like this before. Whenever they say a word, don't take that word for you. They are trying to tell you that I want you to tell me more about this thing. I don't understand. Why am I giving you Have you not gone to the market and buy something and the person saying, oh, guy, this generator, this generator you are buying, the generator is 500,000, and you'll be like, wow, 500,000. What do you mean 500,000? You know it is generator, of course, it will power it will power your house, it will power. But when the time the guy start telling you, you buy this generator, it consumes little or no fuel. If you have 5 liters of fuel, this generator you can use it on this generator for 1 week. You know, by that time, you are now seeing value. Okay, if I pay once for this generator, I don't need to be buying fuel as much as every other person. And the person now come again. This is not the kind of generator that makes noise that you on here, you will not be able to sleep, but you need to seal off all of your glasses. This is a soundproof generator. When you on it, it doesn't make noise. It just does. That is another value. Okay, you now start seeing reason why the price of the generator is high. When the seller now tell you again that this generator it can power two 1.5 horsepower AC and one horsepower AC. It can carry your gen concurrently. It will carry your freezer. It will carry your TV. You can use it to charge your everything. It will carry it together all at once. It is different from all this generator. By the time the person is giving you all those value, by that time your shield of objection you carried, you'll now be dropping it. You'll be like, okay, okay. Now you are seeing value. Now the value is aligning. You look like a generator that doesn't consume fuel, number one value. It will carry 2 horsepower AC and 1 horsepower AC all together at one. And it will carry my freezer. So my wife's soup will not spoil. And the things we have in freeze, we can be able to preserve our food and every other thing that we have in the freezer. And it doesn't consume fuel. So you are now aligning the value of what you're getting along with the price you're paying. By the time you now align, okay, okay, I can now see, okay, 500,000, I think, okay, this will work for me. It means that the value has aligned. And most of the time, if you want to sell somebody for somebody and something for someone, and you want them to buy, the value of what you're giving, of what you're selling, should be more than the price you're collecting. If it is the other way around, believe me, you would not sell. Nobody will buy something that is below the value they are paying. People will buy because they think what they are getting is much more than what they are paying. So it is now your job to find out what they are paying. It's not your job to make them find out that what they are paying is nothing compared to the value you are giving them. So like that, you close more sales. Do you understand? So like that, you're going to close more sales because that is the whole reason for objection. We are at number one. When they say the price objection, the buyer says the price is too high. What it means, I'm not convinced what I'm selling, what I'm giving you is more than what you are giving me. This thing, not pure now. It is not balanced. You won't collect plenty money from my hand. You are giving me something that is not valuable. So at times, there is value in what you're selling. You understand the value of what you're selling. But the person that is giving you the money that is buying, because obviously every market, every buying and selling process, it has to be exchange of value. No matter what you're doing, even though no matter how much the seller of the generator understand the value of his generator that is a good value, he cannot own two generators as at a time. He only needs one generator in his own house. And what this means is that you cannot use your market yourself. You need customer to come and buy. So if customer is now coming, if you don't know how to sell your market to them, you have a problem. So the same thing is applicable to real estate. You get now. So price objection doesn't mean the price is too much. Just that I want to understand what am I getting more than what I'm paying you for cash. It's as simple as that. The moment you can be able to interpret the price is too much objection from client this way, you will know how to position your property to be more valuable than what the client is paying. Let's move to the second one. Location objection. Buyer says the location is too far. What this means is that I don't understand this location. Yes, sorry for my spelling. It is I don't understand this location. Yes, yes, they don't understand. They are not there. Want to go and sell land for somebody in Ekpe, they don't know that there's going to be a food hub somewhere that is not too far. There's going to be the Lagos International Film City. The Effect Fish Market is there. The international airport is just like 20 minutes drive away from that location. You start putting those those values, start putting them together. So when we were coming, we just passed by the international airport where you saw that trailer. When the trailer passed, that is where the international airport is going to be situated. From that place that we passed to this place that this property is located that you want to buy, sir, it is just 20 minutes drive. And you know what it means when you have a property 20 minutes to the international airport. It means value, because an international airport is where people from all walks of life come. They travel, they need, if you're doing short leg, you sell. If you are doing hotel there, you sell. If you have a rental property where there is an international airport, you sell, because it is going to command very high value. So when the client is telling this place is too far, it means that they are not seeing the value of that vicinity. So it is your job for you to make them see the value of what you're giving them, or value of what is happening in that location. You hammer on the value of what is happening in that location over and over and over again for them to understand. Do you get it now? Are we together? Are we together? Hello? Hello? Nobody is following in this class. Right.
We are with you, sir. Ah.
Now, wow. Thank you, Kofu.
Sir.
All right, so let's continue. So time objection, I need time to think. What they mean is I'm not fully confident yet about what I'm buying. I want to still think about it. You need to convince, it is more, the buying process of the client depends on you, the realtor. Number one, you need to have a good product. That is very important. And you need to have a product that you are convinced about, that you are so much convinced about that it is a good product. By that time that you know that you have a good product, you'll be able to, you know how to communicate the value of the product you're selling to your client, to your client. It is very, very important. Because once you know that you have a good product, you'll be confident in telling the client, this is what is happening. This is what is going to, this is what is coming up here. So when the client now tell you they need time, you know how to handle them. Because when they say they need time, you can ask them, what do you, what exactly do you want to think about? What do you need time to think about? I can do the, I can clarify for you. Sir. I can be of help to clarify it for you. Sure, you get now. So decision objection, there are a lot of them. So with all this I've been saying, I know that you'll be able to pick one or two thing, one or two understanding about how objection is and why the client has objection as well. So let's go to the next slide. The professional objection handling framework. This four-step approach, it is very important for you to handle objection. Number one, you listen carefully.
Sir, you can't see the next slide. It's still on this one. Okay, it has shown. It has shown.
Okay, so the professional objection handling framework. Number one, when a client is talking, you want to understand. So you have to listen very carefully. You understand? You don't argue with clients to let them talk. They are your master, they have the money. When they talk, you pay attention, you listen. That is number one. Secondly, you acknowledge whatever concern they have. Whenever they tell you that the price is high, you not tell them, no, it's not high. Asal, you want to bring problem. It means you are trying to tackle them. You are not there to you are not there to provide solution to them. It means you want to antagonize them. Because I tell you, say, this thing is high. You are telling me it's not high. Are you me? Is it your money? You just acknowledge the fact that, okay, it is high. You listen carefully, number one, so that you understand what they're saying. When you now understand, you acknowledge what they are saying. When the client tells you the price is high, you can tell them, yes, I understand the price is high. And you tell them why the price is high. So you get, whatever a client is saying, you acknowledge their concern. They will know that, yes, you're listening and you are for them. You are not against them. Because they are your master. They are the one giving you money. I'm hammering on this thing. And then three, you clarify their objection. When you acknowledge your concern, you now clarify it is too far or the price is sorry, I don't know. The network is shaky. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can
we
you
Yes,
hear
can.
we
me?
can.
The
Yeah,
We
network
can.
na
sorry.
stop.
The network is what is giving me the challenge I'm having here. Sorry about the break in transmission. Let me continue the recording. Let me continue the recording. Oh, I want to continue the recording. Let it confirm that it's now recording. Then I'll continue. It, it hasn't confirmed the recording. Please hold on. I want you to confirm the recording before I continue. So I will not just be for those that mix the class so they can be able to benefit when they come back on. Ah, it's not giving me the recording sign. Sorry, hold on. Oh God. I need to be certain that it is recording for people to let me stop the